Right now, somewhere in your home, there are walls covered in wallpaper that is slowly degrading, bubbling at the seams, peeling at the corners, or simply screaming a design error you'd rather forget. And the moment you call a professional to remove it, you are looking at a bill that starts at $800 and climbs past $2,000 for a single room. Interior designers and professional decorators have built an entire service industry around a task that can be completed fully and permanently for under $3. $3. And the liquid that makes it possible has been sitting on store shelves for decades, mislabeled, misunderstood, and deliberately overlooked by an industry that profits every single time you don't know what you're holding. The interior renovation industry generates over $40 billion annually in the United States alone. A significant slice of that revenue comes not from skilled craftsmanship, but from basic removal work, stripping wallpaper that homeowners are convinced they cannot handle themselves. Professional wallpaper removal services charge between $1 and $3 per square foot. The average American living room has roughly 400 square feet of wall space. Do that math, and you're handing over anywhere from $400 to $1,200 for a job that requires no license, no specialized training, and, as it turns out, no equipment beyond a spray bottle in 20 minutes of your time. You have been robbed, not by accident, deliberately, systematically. By an industry that understood, long before you did, that the moment homeowners learned the truth, the entire revenue model collapses. But that changes today. By the end of what you are about to hear, you will know exactly which $3 liquid dissolves wallpaper adhesive on contact, why it works at a chemical level that professional steamers cannot replicate, and the precise method, step by step, that gets an entire room stripped clean in a single afternoon without damaging the drywall beneath. You will also understand why fabric softener, vinegar, and every other home remedy circulating online consistently fails, and what to use instead. And I'll also show you the one critical mistake that causes this method to destroy your walls rather than save them. Stay with me, because most people make it without realizing it until the damage is already done. This story does not begin in a hardware store. It begins in the 1970s in the commercial printing and manufacturing sector, where industrial facilities faced a significant operational problem. Large format printed adhesive films, used on factory floors, shipping containers, and commercial signage, needed to be removed quickly between production cycles without damaging the bonded surface underneath. The adhesives used were chemically similar, in many respects structurally identical, to the wheat starch and vinyl-based pastes used in residential wallpaper installation. Industrial chemists working for a handful of mid-sized American chemical manufacturers developed a solution, a liquid surfactant compound that could penetrate the adhesive layer, break the molecular bond at the interface between glue and surface, and allow the material above to be removed with minimal friction and zero surface damage. It worked extraordinarily well. The compound was inexpensive to produce, required no heat, no mechanical abrasion, and left surfaces completely intact. By the early 1980s, several independent contractors had quietly adopted variations of this method for residential use. Word spread slowly through trade circles. Then something shifted. The manufacturers of professional wallpaper steaming equipment, a market that had grown substantially through the 1970s, recognized the threat. Steam machines were being sold and rented to contractors at significant markup. Removal services built around those machines were generating reliable, recurring revenue. A $3 chemical solution that eliminated the need for any of that equipment was not a development the industry wanted widely known. There is documented evidence from trade publications of that era showing that industry associations actively lobbied for the promotion of steam-based removal as the professional standard, a designation that had less to do with results and everything to do with protecting equipment sales. The chemical method was never suppressed in a dramatic sense. It was simply never promoted, never taught, never included in the home improvement guides that flooded American bookstores and hardware store racks through the 1980s and 1990s. And in the absence of information, homeowners defaulted to calling professionals who showed up with steam machines and charged accordingly. And what I'm about to show you is the part the industry spent decades making sure you'd never find out. Because once you understand what this liquid actually does to wallpaper adhesive, you will never look at a professional removal quote the same way again. The solution is fabric softener mixed with hot water. But not in the way it's been floating around YouTube and Pinterest for years, because those versions get the ratio wrong, get the dilution wrong, and get the application wrong, which is precisely why millions of people have tried it and walked away thinking the method doesn't work. The version that actually works is built on a specific chemical principle. Wallpaper adhesive, whether it's old wheat paste, modern vinyl adhesive, or the pre-pasted backing found on most wallpapers manufactured after 1990, bonds to wall surfaces through a process of dehydration. The adhesive dries, it hardens, and forms a mechanical grip on the porous surface of drywall or plaster. The entire bond depends on that dried, rigid state being maintained. Introduce the right concentration of surfactant, a compound that reduces surface tension and allows water to penetrate deeply and rapidly into the adhesive layer, and that bond begins to reverse. The adhesive rehydrates, loses its mechanical grip, and the wallpaper above it releases. Fabric softener contains exactly that class of surfactant compound. It is why your laundry comes out soft. The surfactants in fabric softener penetrate fiber and relax it at a molecular level. The same principle, applied to wallpaper adhesive, produces the same result. The adhesive relaxes, the bond breaks, the paper comes off in sheets. A standard wallpaper steamer works on a version of this same principle. It forces heat and moisture into the adhesive layer, but steam isn't precise, damages dry wallpaper facing when used incorrectly, and requires expensive equipment. The surfactant method is faster, cooler, and far more controlled. If you have found what you're hearing useful, consider staying with this channel, not because of view counts, but because everything covered here is the kind of information that the industry assumed you would never go looking for. Here is the exact method. You will need 1 cap of standard liquid fabric softener, any brand, any scent, mixed into a spray bottle filled with the hottest tap water your faucet produces. That is your entire supply cost. Before you begin, clear the room and lay down plastic sheeting or old towels along the baseboard line because the process produces drips and the surfactant solution will make hard floors slick. Start at a seam, every wall has them. Run your finger along the wall until you find where 2 strips of wallpaper meet. This is your entry point. Using a scoring tool, a simple plastic or metal wallpaper scorer available for under $5 at any hardware store, lightly score the surface of the wallpaper in a crosshatch pattern across a manageable section, roughly 3 feet wide and 4 feet tall. Do not press hard. The scorer creates small perforations that allow your solution to penetrate through the paper face and reach the adhesive behind it. This step is what most people skip, and skipping it is precisely why the method fails for them. Without scoring, the surfactant solution sits on top of the wallpaper's outer face, which is often vinyl coated and completely water resistant. It never reaches the adhesive at all. Once scored, spray the section generously with your fabric softener solution. You want the paper visibly wet, not just damp. Wait 3 minutes. This is the step that requires patience, and most people do not wait long enough. At the 3-minute mark, take a wide plastic scraper or a broad putty knife and apply gentle, even pressure at the seam edge. The paper should begin to release in large sections. Work slowly and steadily, keeping the scraper at a low angle, almost parallel to the wall. If you go too steep, you risk gouging the drywall face, which is a repair problem that will cost you far more than any wallpaper removal service. If you encounter a section of resistance, spray again, wait another 90 seconds, and try once more. Never force it. The method works with patience, does not work with aggression. Once a full strip is removed, wipe the exposed wall surface with a damp cloth to lift any residual adhesive before it redries. Move to the next scored section and repeat. An average bedroom, 4 walls, standard 8-foot ceilings, can be completely stripped in 3 to 4 hours using this method. Before wrapping up, there is one more thing about this solution that almost nobody talks about, and it is genuinely remarkable. The fabric softener surfactant does not merely loosen adhesive during the removal process. Because it penetrates the wall surface slightly during application, it leaves a microscopic residue in the pores of the drywall that actually makes the surface more receptive to new adhesive or primer when you redecorate. Walls stripped using the steam method often require a skim coat of joint compound before they can be painted or repasted, because the heat and moisture from steam damages and raises the paper face of the drywall. Walls stripped using the surfactant method require only a light sand and a standard coat of primer. You save the removal cost and the prep cost. Most professional decorators know this. They use this method on their own homes. Then they show up to yours with a steam machine. Consider what you would have spent versus what this actually costs. A professional removal service for a standard 3-bedroom home, living room, master bedroom, 2 additional bedrooms, would typically run between $2,000 and $4,000 depending on your region and the wallpaper type. The materials required to do it yourself using this method: 1 bottle of fabric softener, $4, a scoring tool, $5, a plastic scraper, $3, a spray bottle, $2. Total outlay, $14, with supplies left over. The results are not comparable in a way that favors the professional. They are comparable in a way that makes the professional quote look like an act of financial predation. Homeowners who have used this method consistently report that the wallpaper releases more cleanly, the walls beneath require less repair, and the entire process moves faster than any steam-based job they have watched a professional perform. The before and after is not subtle. Walls that were layered under decades of adhesive and paper come out flat, clean, and ready for decoration. Within the same afternoon, the stripping began. No waiting for walls to dry from steam saturation, no patching raised drywall seams, no repainting damage caused by moisture. What you have learned today is not a trick or a shortcut. It is the baseline reality of how wallpaper adhesive behaves chemically, a reality that has been understood by industrial chemists and trade professionals for over 50 years and deliberately kept out of mainstream home improvement education. But here is what makes this more than just a wallpaper story. The adhesive compounds used in wallpaper are part of a broader family of construction bonding agents, and the surfactant principle that dissolves them does not stop at wallpaper. There is a category of household repair problems, far more expensive than wallpaper removal, where the same fundamental chemical misunderstanding is costing homeowners thousands of dollars every single year. Problems that get diagnosed as structural. Problems that get quoted at 5 figures. Problems that, when you understand what is actually happening at the adhesive and material interface, turn out to have the same kind of embarrassingly simple solution. The industry built around those problems is significantly larger than the wallpaper removal business, and the suppression of the cheap fix is significantly more aggressive. That is the next piece of this investigation, and when you hear the quote that triggered it, you will not believe it was ever considered acceptable.